So The Incredibles is a fantastic animation movie in my opinion, and my childhood, let's be honest. And what's even better about this movie is that Samuel Jackson is in the film, and not many people remember that he's in the film.
Where is my super suit?
Honestly, this scene might be the greatest scene in animation movie history. Name a better one, let me know down in the comments down below. I also think the main reason for the success of Incredibles is the story surrounding Bob Parr and his journey from being Mr. Incredible, the notorious Mr. Incredible, to then marrying Elastigirl, who is also a notorious superhero around that time period, to then having a family and getting married with her, and then going through this part in his mind where he now is in an office job. His life used to be really exciting, really fun, and having such a great time being a superhero fighting crime, to now working in an office where his manager doesn't treat him with any respect and he doesn't get treated with any respect, and that weren't the case when he was Mr. Incredible. And when an opportunity arises for him to be Mr. Incredible again, he snatches at the opportunity and does it behind his family's back. And I think that is a great story because it just goes through every type of emotion possible of this guy that used to be somebody that wants to be somebody again, and wants to get back into what life was like before the family and before everybody went underground and before most of them retired. Another thing that really made this movie successful was Edna Mode, let's be honest.
Edna Mode.
And I mean, it's definitely one of the reasons, because she was fucking fantastic, and like, that was a major character now which gets quoted time and time again. However, I do think the main reason why Incredibles is so successful is the villain in Syndrome, as they always turn around and say in movies, great movies have a great villain. However, another great movie which hasn't really got a standout villain is Madagascar. Who is the villain in Madagascar? Because I can make a strong argument that it's Alex the Lion. That's the most villainless thing in the entire film. Alex taking a munch out of Marty's ass. Let me know down in the comments down below if you agree with that. But no, I think Syndrome as a main villain was just so exciting. He just felt like that villain, that coward villain that just wanted to wipe out all the superheroes, so he was the only superhero left, and that he could have the fame and the stardom that Mr. Incredible that he looked up to as a kid. And this is the reason why he turned into Syndrome, this powerful super hero that he wants to be, but at most of the film he's a super villain until he tries to make out he's some kind of superhero later down the line. And the disrespect that happened there is what creates him into Syndrome, that person being his idol. And it's always one of those things, you should never meet your hero, your idol. And he met him and he thought he was an absolute prick, brushing him aside, not letting him be that sidekick, and letting him be a part of what Mr. Incredible had, that superhero stature and everything like that. And he treated him like shit. And since he did that, he then went on a whole revenge angle to get superheroes killed, so that he then can have that stature that they had and be the only one doing that. Sort of like a Mysterio in the Spider-Man Far From Home, and where he wants to make himself look good rather than actually being good. I think for most of the film it was great seeing Bob Parr as Mr. Incredible destroy all these droids and to basically show how powerful he is. But when he gets captured by them eventually after trying to hack into their systems and whatever, it was great then seeing the rest of his family come into the fold and letting them fight alongside him. And he showed Mr. Incredible that teamwork is a given, and especially in the ending as well, because they sort of formed together in the woods, but then it's sort of like Helen and Bob are just sort of like, right, we'll do all the fighting, kids, you stay in the car, whatever. But then at the ending, where it's that massive ball droid type thing that seems unstoppable and the rest of it, I think it was great then watching how the kids then came in and helped, and they all played their part in helping to defeat this massive droid. What is also great about that ending as well, that Bob learns from previous mistakes that he's going to have to fight fire with fire, as he had to use the droid's actual legs and arms and whatever to be able to destroy itself, in which is a weird sort of concept, but it made sense. But then also I love the ending of Syndrome then becoming this sort of that cowardly sort of heel of a villain after trying to save the day with his remote controls, trying to shut the robot down. It then fails and backfires and he runs like a coward. And instead of just trying to solve the issue himself in that problem and try to take down the Incredibles himself, he then like I said, goes off as a coward and tries to steal Jack, who's the baby, because he's being babysat. However, it looks as if all the Incredibles aren't going to be able to see him because he's way up in the air. None of them can fly, can they? So nobody can get to him, and it just feels like, oh, he's about to kidnap Jack. However, that all changes because then Jack reveals that he's got powers as well, and basically uses every single one to defeat this fucking goon. And let's be honest, this isn't the only time in animated history where somebody's been defeated by a baby. Before we jump back into this video, guys, please do us a massive favour and smash that subscribe button, because you do not want to miss a thing this week, next week, and the week after, because we've got tons and tons of content planned for you guys, and you can do us a massive favour by smashing that subscribe button, joining the community, getting updates to all the latest videos from the YouTube shorts to the actual videos. It is well worth it, completely free, and you will not regret it. So to summarize The Incredibles then, this is by far one of the greatest animated movies of all time, hence why this is an 8.9 out of 10 and a classic film. Let us know down in the comments down below, do you like this film, hate this film? Let us know all that jazz down in the comments down below, and if you haven't yet seen our review on Joker, follow Deuce, check that out right now.